Hello everyone, my name is Nicolas Cortés. In this video, I'll show you a little project that I started quite a while ago, but I never finished it. I wanted to learn how to create um, a mobile game for Android, and I found this tutorial on how to develop a 2D adventure game, 2D platformer. So I'll hit play to let you see what I made. We have our player character, and if we touch the right side of the screen, the character moves to the right. If we click the left side, he moves to the left. If we click the top part of the screen, our character will jump. It doesn't matter if it's top left, center, or top right. And you can jump and move. We have some physics in these crates. You can jump on the crates, and that's pretty much everything that I made with this. There's a few things to improve because you can jump forever, and this is obviously not what you would want in your game, because you can even jump like that, which is not good. And also, if you go right, if you try to go beyond this limit, you will fall. So now I try to go back to appear on camera, but that doesn't happen because there's an infinite pit over there. So I didn't develop much with this game, but I'll show you what I did. So here's our camera. Here we have our player character, and here we have our player manager script, which we can also see here in Visual Studio. So we define some variables: the speed X, jump speed Y, if it's facing right, if it's currently jumping, the speed of the character, and I think I created this variable to know if when you're playing on PC, if you're playing using the W, A, S, and D keys, or if you're playing with the arrow keys. I wanted to make it so you could play with any of them or both at the same time. But if I'm not mistaken, I didn't fully implement this feature. Here we have our animator variable, our rigid body 2D variable, start method, the update method. Here we have the code to move our player. The way I wrote this part, it's a little different from the tutorial because I wanted to do it differently. I wanted to make it a little bit more efficient, but I never completed it. So here we are. Here we have the checking if the player is hitting A, if it's hitting the D key. This is for walking left and walking right, respectively, etc. There's a lot of. Here's our function for stop moving, our function to flip the sprite. So when the character is walking left, the sprite will also face left. Otherwise, it will look like the cat character is moonwalking. Here we have our RB velocity. Here's the flip sprite function. I wrote this part to. It has to do with the WASD bool variable, because I wanted the player to be able to play with those keys and then with the arrow keys at the same time with no problem. So I created that function. This is our method for stop moving, the code for going left, going right, for jumping, and this is our collision method. Now, what else can I show you? So the tutorial on YouTube made this game with it has touch controls, but there's button in the screen. I'll show you right now. I based this game in this tutorial. The YouTuber who uploaded it was Able Games Dev. He provided the assets to make this, so he gave a link to download the cat sprite, the background, the crate sprite, and these UI special buttons. So here he has left arrow, right arrow, A button, B button, and I didn't want to have this. I wanted the screen to be clear. So as you can see, as I showed you before, you can play the game by touching the screen, and there are no buttons on site. So the way I did this was by actually including those same buttons, but then I added a mask, as you can see here. So if I disable this mask, you can see the button, same with the button right, same with the button jump. This is how it would look with the button sprites for the UI, but because I didn't want them to be visible and I wanted the whole screen to be interactive, I hid these buttons to make the screen more clear. Now, by doing it this way, the player doesn't really know immediately how to play. If we look at the video, you can immediately tell that this button is for going left, this one is for going right, etc. So this is, I think, more intuitive, but I really wanted to be able to make a mobile game with no buttons visible, and I succeeded in that, but I didn't go further with this game. I didn't finish the tutorial. But in any case, if you want to see the source code, you can check it out in my Bitbucket here, where it says 2D mobile platformer. I developed this around a year ago, almost. So if you click here, we can see all the files and folders in the source code, our assets folder, library packages. Here are some CS scripts in C#. Here's the APK. If you copy this into your Android device, you can play the game. As I say here, here's the tutorial where I learned how to develop this game, this unfinished game. Again, if you click downloads and then download repository, you can download this incomplete game that I worked on a while ago. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.